If you're into news, content drops, update videos, tutorials, XP methods, pack openings, pretty much anything not gameplay related from MLB The Show, be sure to check out my second channel. First link in the description. Now, apparently we have a new legend leaked. I don't know if it would be confirmed, but leaked coming to MLB The Show 22. In addition to that, we know some specific versions of cards, which years we're going to get for Kurt Gibson as well as Randy Johnson. We'll get to that here in a second. I'm going to link this video down in the description, the one we're watching here today. It's from the Rich Eisen Show. Again, that'll be in the description. Also, Paul Cini, his Twitter's going to be in the description because I saw this little clip from an interview with Randy Johnson over on his Twitter. So be sure to check him out. Link in the description. And then again, this original interview, the link to that will be in the description as well. And right away, okay, let's just go ahead and take a listen. Y'all will hear, and I'll pause it and kind of rewind, and we can maybe look a little bit kind of what's happening. But let's just listen together for the first, I would say, about 30 seconds or so.
You are one of the legends that fans can have a chance to play with in MLB The Show 22. Kurt Gibson, the 84 Kurt Gibson is going to be in the game.
So apparently 1984 Kurt Gibson. So I'm just going to go to Kurt Gibson right here, get his baseball reference page, maybe see what's happening in 1984. He was 6th place in MVP voting that year. He was on the Tigers that year. So I would assume that's probably going to be his lower overall card that's starting out the year because he had an MVP season where he won MVP as well as Silver Slugger, 1988 with the Dodgers. I would assume that will be his higher version. So it sounds like to start, we're getting that 1984 version of Kurt Gibson from the Tigers, at least early on in the year. That's kind of what it sounded like. Let me go back one more time so we can pick back up where we left off.
Kurt Gibson, the 84 Kurt Gibson is going to be in the game. 2000 Carlos Delgado,
Carlos Delgado? We have not heard his name yet. So apparently Carlos Delgado 2000 version is going to be in MLB The Show 22. Apparently Carlos Delgado is a new legend for MLB 22. He's somebody that I've been seeing a lot of people say, hey, this would be a solid legend and everything like that. I feel like there's a few different versions of his cards you could do. In 2000, he won Silver Slugger. He was an all-star that year, and he came in 4th place for MVP voting. That year, he was on the Blue Jays. I would like to see him get a Mets card at some point as well later on. I don't think he had his best seasons with the Mets by any means, but I just remember seeing him on the Mets, and it seems like we're getting a 2000 Carlos Delgado, maybe Silver Slugger card, maybe an all-star card from that year, but right here, it is. The leak, the new legend. Apparently, Carlos Delgado is going to be in MLB The Show 22.
Going to be in the game. 2000 Carlos Delgado, who Delgaded a few times.
That's crazy.
Dontrelle Willis from 2005, and the version you
wait, Dontrelle Willis 2005. I'm sorry, this video's all over the place a little bit. I didn't listen to this really. I just saw that apparently a new legend was confirmed. So 2005, Dontrelle Willis, all-star that year, 2nd place in Cy Young voting, but he had a great season. Led the league in home runs allowed the fewest home runs on a qualified pitchers, had 7 complete games, 5 shutouts, 22 wins. I know wins and losses don't mean a whole lot, but I have a feeling that should be a pretty nasty Dontrelle Willis card. I'm excited to use it. And then let's hear the version that they're giving Randy Johnson. I want to say it was maybe 95.
You're in this game with is the 95 version.
So real quick before we hear what else they have to say, they're kind of describing his process and stuff like that. But 1995, Randy Johnson, he was an all-star, obviously. He won the Cy Young that year, led the league, entire MLB, not just the American League. He was on the Mariners that year. He led the league in ERA, strikeouts, ERA plus, FIP, WHIP, hits per 9, home runs per 9, strikeouts per 9, and the best strikeout to walk ratio in the league. So that is going to be a filthy card. Apparently, we're going to have a Cy Young Randy Johnson from literally, it seems like day one. I don't know if this will be available day one. Again, that's not confirmed by any means. I have no clue. But if they already know the versions of the cards, wouldn't you think that he's going to be available pretty much right away if they know the exact versions of the cards? So kind of interesting. We got leaked years for Carlos Delgado, Dontrelle Willis, Randy Johnson, Kurt Gibson. Carlos Delgado literally is leaked as a new legend. Apparently, we did not know until this interview. This again isn't 100% confirmed, but we did not know he was going to be in the game until hearing it here on the Rich Eisen Show. So that's pretty cool. Now the rest of the video, I'm just going to watch the rest of this unless they really get off topic or something. But he does go on to talk a little bit more about MLB The Show. So let's just hear what else he has to say real quick.
You won your first Cy Young Award with the Mariners. Game with is the 95 version. You won your first Cy Young Award with the Mariners. Is that the version? Did you get a chance to choose which version, or you approved it? Could you get to approve which version of yours?
I didn't get to pick which version I was going to be, but I did help design what I was looking like. I mean, I think I was in full mullet attire in Seattle by 95, so they had to get the mullet correct.
That's funny.
And just the nemesis, and kind of like the pig pen, if you will, from Charlie Brown, with the big thing of smoke coming up around me on the mound and all that.
That's funny.
How does one tell them to get the mullet right? Walk me through that. It got to be a certain length. I mean, like,
well,
I'm curious
too. They were showing me some top secret, designs, some artist renditions, and I said, no, it's got to be longer. We're talking a mullet. Come on.
That's awesome.
There's no more, I guess, pitchers being required to hit in Major League Baseball. Do you know how many career home runs you hit, Randy Johnson? Do you know how many career home runs?
Oh, it must have been at least 15 or 20, I think.
Did he hit 15 or 20?
You should take the under, Randy.
I'm sure you got your crack engineers on that topic.
I already have that information. It's written on a card. It's
funny.
one time you hit one home run. You hit one home run.
He better have power for that.
That's all?
That's
all. That's so funny.
It must have been all the batting practice home runs I hit.
Oh, yeah.
In various ballparks. Those didn't count?
I guess not. Did they not count?
Apparently not.
We got one. We got one.
All right.
So I'm going to go ahead. You guys can watch the full video if you want to. I'm just going to listen to it quick, see if there's anything else MLB The Show related. If there's not, I'll just wrap this one up for y'all and everything like that. But let me just go listen to see if there's anything else MLB The Show related in here. So I don't think there was really anything else MLB The Show related, but that's pretty cool. It seems like we might know a few cards that are going to be available. I would assume maybe from day one again. If they're being that specific with the years, I feel like the cards have got to be available at least within the first week or two of the game dropping. Otherwise, I feel like they wouldn't have that information readily available, if that makes sense. So it seems like we're getting, and correct me if I'm wrong, or maybe go back and listen if I'm wrong. I think it was maybe a 1984 Kurt Gibson, a 2000 leaked new legend, Carlos Delgado, a 2005 Dontrell Willis, and then a 1995 Randy Johnson. Now that Randy Johnson, again, 1995, his first ever Cy Young, led in so many different categories. That to me sounds like it's going to be 99 overall Randy Johnson. And I'm curious if y'all have any predictions. How would you want that card to be available? Do you think he would be one of the collection rewards? Do you think he would be I don't think it would be ranked seasons or flawless early on having a 99. I feel like the only 99s available from day one would be a collection reward, but I don't know if they've ever done a pitcher. So if y'all have any ideas, any thoughts on any of this, but especially that Randy Johnson, is he going to have a 99 day one? If he will, where's it going to be available in? Because I feel like the only 99s really from day one were in the past XP reward path, which they got rid of. And then now, if I remember correctly, last year, it was literally only the collection. So I'm really not sure. Maybe he won't even be available from day one. Maybe that's just whenever he gets his 99, that's what it will be. I have no clue. I want to know how Rich Eisen got this information. Did he get it from SDS, from Randy Johnson? What happened? But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I thought it was super interesting. That's why I made a video on it. Again, shout out to the Rich Eisen Show. Shout out to Paul Cini. Shout out to y'all for all the love over the years and everything like that. I hope you're excited for MLB 22. I know I am. I'll see you next time. Peace out.